Greetings, fellow colonists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Inquest of the Dead. Episode 5, Blight and Bridges. Okay, moving the batteries so the kitchen is more of just a kitchen. And you guys don't want to betray him. I don't think I need to leave it up much longer. We might not like him. He might be one of the worst traits of a pawn to have ever existed, but that doesn't mean we backstab him. A huge structure. The Broken Empire wants us to make a 10 by 7 structure. Wow, you've got quite the face there. This is Valerie Watts, an acolyte. Do we build a structure for the Broken Empire? I'm sure we can source the stone. The structure didn't say anything about it needs to be on clean soil or anything, so sourcing the soil is not too much of an issue. But with that said, there might be better things to do. One of the contributing factors here is whether or not there's plasteel on this map tile, which there's not, but that doesn't stop us necessarily from going to adjacent tile and getting plasteel from somewhere else. In terms of what there's a lot of compacted machinery, tons of compacted steel. There is no uranium and no plasteel known. And there is, of course, jade, because we're basically sitting on it. We live next to it. Shucks. Well, we can't research on the nice bench during a power outage, so we might as well use the low-tech one. At least there's no meat to spoil? Yeah, that's true. There's not even a single animal on this map tile. I think the rat that was over in the east died. Also, I didn't notice this patch of clean soil over there. It's news to me. So we have 20 waste packs. I'm going to increase the dump size. And once we have the ability to machine gas masks, I think it's not unreasonable, as I had mentioned before, to consider opening up the dangers for potential recruits as well. And our base is getting slowly cleaned of pollution. If you haven't voted yet, feel free to do so. The poll's not tied so much as is, but it is close. Shamblers, 12 of them. So the shamble amount is increasing over time, obviously, with like colony wealth and the like. So the like 5 shamblers we're getting before, yeah, nah, that's different now. You are here for 2 more days. 2.5 more days. Alright, we're gonna go with no monument building. Got it. The trees and pollution dump is getting slowly overtaken by zombs. So I'm gonna do something about that. Because it wouldn't be safe to go up there anymore. We're also very low on components, but there's a lot of like ship debris and the like around here, which we could grab for ship debris. Or for components, rather. Words, what do they even mean? Plus there's the compacted machinery here, which could mine up now. And that should be far enough away from anything flammable that won't hurt the trees here. She didn't even take damage. She just killed all those zombies. She's like, yeah, job's done. Yeah, once we have a sanctuary, conversion for like people that need to convert to our ideology are going to be a lot more reasonable, but with the current level of tech and all that, yeah, it wasn't going to happen. Safeguarding a friend. Inquisitor of the Broken Empire requesting a favor. A 57-year-old disgraced officer named Grace. You're... now you just don't have a name. Recently violated an ancient supercomputer terminal. Gem, Spieler Gem, is asking to guard Grace for 19 days. I'm gonna not take this one. Mech clusters shouldn't even be a thing. So I'm not gonna put it up to poll. Because mech cluster doesn't even make sense. I'll have to install one of Cathanon's mods to prevent mech clusters from being quest objects. So I'll make a note to myself for that. So there's two things I need to change, which is like disable factions not in quests, and maybe only that. Overlook that detail. Also, that weird music bug. I'll write that down as well. Alright, Nabe. Looks like you're out of grazing. Technically, you can graze the Ripthorn, but, like, you're a rat. You don't want to be on toxic soil for very long, so I might need to provide you feed. We'll see. Shambler Salt, 10 from basically every direction. Okay. Hey, Nabe. Let's fix this. I'm creating an inside zone. I'm going to paint the entire base that is inside, and I'll have to regularly update it, but it's probably also not safe for Alziop to be outdoors during one of these raids, because, like, he's not one of us. He can't fight like we do. So they all go inside for the duration of these. I don't really want the zombies to die on the bridge, because then I have to haul them again. So let's kill them while they're not on the bridge. There's 3. Oh, they're going for the door. Lame. We'll stop that. Good kill. I'm not too worried about the stone walls. They did take the door down, which means that this is a lung rat risk for Alziop until it's repaired, but it shouldn't be too hard to get that back. Also, that's a terrible spot for waste pack. Okay, I think they're all dead. What's the temperature range on this map? It's temperate. It's a temperate forest. Alright, Alziop, you are all set. Doors back. And now all we need to do is light some corpses on fire. I'll do it the fun way. Didn't spread. If I put a wall in them around, there is a possibility that the ambient heat from some of the burnt corpses will spread to the other ones. So, like, building a burn room would be a good vanity project, but like a good project in the future. Ooh, and this Pollux tree is cleaning up the backyard. Do I have any use for shards? Yes. We could have zombie containment if we want to study the shamblers. I mean, that would be part of the Inquest, wouldn't it? At the moment, it's probably low priority. There's a lot of other things we need to do, like expanding our number and the like. But yeah, we could definitely use shards for like inhibitors and electro harvesters and things like that in the future. And it looks like Sakura finally had enough free time to start chopping up the trees up in the forest. Great. Smithing is done, and machining is next to get gas masks. Miss Key, thank you for the resub. Better late than never. More shamblers, but they're only approaching. They are approaching kind of close to the grove we've been cutting down, though, which is worrisome-ish. Now that we have the smelter, let's go ahead and smelt slag, and I don't really need a wooden club, but smelt, like, primitive weapons. So all melee weapons that are not L-Techs for now, and I'm sure I'll expand upon that. Oh, God, they are, they're right here. Hey, Sloan, watch out. Nabe, go inside. They wander a lot. Glad I caught them. Getting a perimeter wall up would be a good thing in the long run, because this is just going to be a constant issue. Now there's more of you. All right, Sakura, you're going to be... I'll just haul them over here. It's a little shorter. I'm not even looking at this fight. Here. Let there be some light. Oh, Psycast gone up again. Here. Do not die in the lake. It's annoying when you do. Die right there. Much better. She, like, held back for convenience. Alright, there's actually a few more over here, too. Let's just keep going. They're in the way. Alright, Sakura, you hauled all corpses. Cool. Light them up. You're going to need a little bit of medical attention, but it's not too bad. Now, your gear is at 60%. I figured as much. Very hard to keep gear intact, given the constant shambler scratches and bites and nibbles and whatnot. Sakura, drop Word of Healing on good. Word of Healing, if you're wondering, Psychic Healing increases natural healing factor by 300%. So her scratches will like just disappear pretty quickly. Nabe, you are good to be outside again. More shamblers to the west? Yeah, I mean, there's shamblers everywhere. You don't really have to point them out. We live in a dead world. They're everywhere. Keeping the smelter on is rough, so I'm going to turn it off for now. It's pulling our power down pretty fast. And it's not exactly safe to deliver stuff up there. So I'll have Good clean that out in a minute. Ozzyop's about to lose his mind. Because he's out of smoke leaf. You know, you should... I don't know what to do about you. Get another addiction. Alright, so Kadath saw the shamblers, but didn't get... So, how about you... Stay away from them for a minute. You can help out Good with them. ETH for leaving. 18 hours. So you might have a breakdown, but, you know, we'll see. And I'd like to kill the zombies, like, in the stone area. Oh, perfect. They're all dead. So ridiculous. If you're wondering, I know it's not balanced, and I wasn't trying for it to be. Obviously. To state the obvious. It's ridiculous. She is insanely strong. And the others will get to about that degree as well. Sooner or later. More later than sooner, but still. Oh, so you were been in the freezer so long you're starting to burn, freeze to death too? Inject some go juice. Have some real happy thoughts. And then, you can just recreate. Because when it's time for you to leave, I'd want for you not to be in a mental break situation. I want you to actually be able to leave. So, I appreciate the fact that you, like, cleaned a very significant amount of the base up. That's awesome. But, like, don't lose your mind. Alright, good. There is a unique opportunity. Not that unique, but there's an opportunity right now that we've killed a lot of the zombies up here. We can start mining that tile for steel, and before you leave, get a work drive on you. Or watch the sunset through the smog. I like how I told him to recreate and chill, and he just immediately goes and starts to clean again in the freezer that hurts him. Please, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep and not be my problem. Oh, a raccoon gone mad. That's actually... No, don't fight the zombies. You're just going to become a zombie. Okay, whatever. I was going to be like, yay, it's going to attack us and we'll turn it into food. But nope. It decided to turn into a zombie. So we've moved a lot of pollution up here. 168 tiles of pollution has been moved up. Shambler salt, 10. We've got 5 and 5. Got it. Nobody is up in the North Grove right now. That's fine. Uh-oh, they are closer than I thought they'd be. No, no, no. Oh, yeah, you can't listen to me. What am I thinking? Leap. Coming from the other way. Refugee leaving. You picked an interesting time to depart. During a siege, but, you know, whatever. Alright, little bird bruise, not a problem. Good death, you'll clean up these guys. I cannot wait until my bridge is not made of wood, so that I can just, like, torch them wherever I want. And please don't continue kill skipping. I don't need you to, like, leave the zip code in pursuit of murder. Although it is amusing. You're headed south. It looks safe for Oziop to head south, so it doesn't look like I need to do any, like, cleaning up of that zone. Should be okay. Because obviously, like, you just can't leave freely depending on where the shamblers are. Oh, you caught fire again. At least you still have psychic healing for another day. Your burns will go away. Alright, Nib, you're gonna freeze to death in there. Get back outside. And how's your food? You probably just ate rice in the freezer, so you're fine. Okay, he's able to fully leave. I hope you go find your smoke leaf out there, bud. Oh my god. I didn't realize how broken of a human being he was. Double asthma, wooden hand, gunshot wound to the leg, smoke leaf dependence. But, yep. We hosted him. So we're getting rid of the last of the pollution, and then we can take up some other tasks. I might even pull for what they may be. What to work on next? Perimeter wall? Or sanctuary? Or bedrooms? Or crafting room? Those 4 options. Just to explain a sanctuary would be our ideology building. Right? That's our ritual room as a sanctuary. And one of the benefits of that is Sakura, or not Sakura actually, Good is a high enough level. Good can start mentoring others to become psycasters in a sanctuary. Which means Good could mentor Kadath, and Kadath could also become a psycaster. Just to throw that out there. As an example. Cheers! So in terms of pollution, we've got 12... We've got like 18 more tiles of pollution to remove. Or so. What I was trying to do is I was trying to grab all of the wood from these trees before this waste pack decays and ruins all the trees. Because the waste pack will eventually do that. Good. I want you to auto cast speed boost and haul stuff home. Or just to be very, very fast playing chess. Just do-do-do-do-do-do. All of the moves all at once. Alright, I'm going to stop hauling stones. It's not really what I had in mind. I wanted to move the wood and the steel. But I'll continue that tomorrow. She's asleep. Psychoid Blight. Oh, that sucks. And everyone was like, oh, it sucks. And then promptly went to sleep. Fix it. No, 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 over here. Fix it. At least it didn't hit our rice, but that was annoying. Okay. Allow sewing. Allow sewing. I don't know why they ran up here, because, like, it honestly doesn't make sense. I'm also running out of space for storage. I'm going to break down the other research table and then put more shelves in there. Looks like perimeter wall is going to be what we work on. So we are going to clean pollution, research gas masks, and wall up. So there's some muddy soil here, which is going to require heavy bridges, which we do not have yet. So I'm just going to wooden wall it. We'll put a... Oh, I hear someone joining us. A wood door there. Wood door there. Come here. Right here. Channel point redemption will be enabled in a minute. So, I have a forced open stone door. If we're retreating from zombies, we can close the door behind us, which will give us a break, and then it also acts as a fire break. So that's why I have the whole, like, stone door, wood door, if you were wondering. There's logic to it. It serves a purpose. There's a reason for it, just to let you know. So there we go. That's basic perimeter for the southwest, which will keep our power grid intact, which I think is pretty useful. And that will be at least the scope of the initial perimeter. Where's my treat bowl? Oh, there it is. Joined by the puppy. And yeah, those zombies are getting close. I was going to wait until Good woke up and had a meal. Maybe I'll force her to have a meal soon. The shamblers do have a tendency to kind of wander towards center of the map, which is why consistently we find ourselves beset by them. But the wanderer, the assault, will actively attack us. The wanderers don't actively attack us, so if they don't see us, meaning if we have like a full compound wall, they won't engage automatically. If you're wondering how that worked. Oh, finally, Sakura leveled up. So Sakura, you're going to get regrow limbs as a sidecast. And regrow limbs requires 70% side focus. So I'm going to try to get you to meditate to 75%. I'm kind of curious if we can cast it on a rat. let's just say it's an experiment. So, Sakura, you're taking a break from work to meditate a lot. So enjoy that. All right, I haven't yet broke these things. So let's decommission the benches here. Move the batteries and then put more shelves in. And that should help. I'm also just going to pause stone cutting for a bit. Except for we're now out of granite, which is what we were using for the walls. But I wanted to have more storage space for because we just didn't have anywhere to put stuff. Well, if we need granite, good can fix that. Machining is now done. Awesome. So with machining, that gives us the ability to make gas masks. And I'm gonna want to get a machining bench pretty soon. I think heavy bridges is going to be the next research I get, though, rather than something that would be understandably maybe a little bit more useful. Alright, Good is working on hauling stones. We're getting the southern wall built. Terrain affordance. Yeah, this is all sucky. Got it. I might build an airlock here then, or something. I don't know. Maybe that one's just fine. Anything nearby? No, we're mostly okay. Oh my god. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I told her to high priority haul, and then we had, like, all the granite chunks pulled in. So there's still pollution left. We haven't really been focusing on it, mostly because Sakura started to meditate to try to gain Psycast ability. As she meditates, she's also going to level up. Unlike Good, that uses her Psycast in combat, allowing her to level up really rapidly, Sakura doesn't have combat Psycast. She's a protector. So it's a lot harder for her to level up more organically. Oh, Henri is from the Empire. Oh, look at your face. 16 years old. And you can't fight? You are not long for this world, but I will fix you. Here we go. So she can't be recruited to, obviously she already belongs to the Empire. She just fell from the sky, like you do. So we'll fix her up, send her on her own. Charity's fulfilled. And soon we should have a lot of this wood pulled into stockpile with Good as speedy as she is. Also looks like a lot of the south and west perimeter wall is done. Now we could use some of this like shallow water as a means to protect ourselves, mining out this section so that we force shamblers to cross the water, which they won't do quickly. And didn't I say no roofing there? I guess I didn't. Okay, your psi focus is high enough. So, regrow limbs. Okay, you are in a psychic regeneration coma. And, yeah, we'll see how that works. Hey, look at that! You have a front left paw now. You're welcome. Just took a little bit of prayer. And is your ear coming back too? Maybe. There it is. Your ear's back. Shambler Salt, 11. From all directions. Okie dokie. The ones on the south are going to hit our wall soonest, so we'll focus on those. Nabe, I know you just... Oh, God, you're unconscious. Sakura, go carry Nabe and go inside. Nope, leveled up again. You're frightening. Sloan, your responsibility is just cleaning up her mess. I think. Alright, where are the other ones coming up from the north are coming in quick. You can continue meditating. Also, I have yet to replace these walls, which I really ought to now that I'm staring at it. Double Dwarf! Thank you for the resub, man. That's maybe still too close to the cotton. Oh, you got nibbled, didn't you? Yup. Don't let him bite you. I think we're good. Nabe didn't get nibbled. Pulling him in. And, yeah, we're safe. I do want to continue refining until we get rid of all the, like, the junk weapons that we've got. That way I can turn off the smelter, because we don't really have the power generation at the moment to keep the smelter on at all times. And we have just a little bit of the piece of the boundary wall in the southwest. Sakura, let's get... I know you were meditating, but let's get these corpses torched. Don't stand on it. Oh, God. More. And Nabe is now fully intact. No longer missing any important body parts. Our stockroom has expanded a little bit. And all of the steel stuff... Oh, God. That's so crazy. All the steel stuff has been hauled to... and smelted, and all that's left is like a wooden club that... whatever. We'll burn up at some point. Alright, I forgot to cook for a while. I caught it before it was really critical. So we'll get some meals in. Vast construction. Another monument you want me to build? Someone named Joshi wants to join. Joshi is a sick misogynist. Cool. Or advanced components, which would be really good for fabrication, because we don't have those. It's very possible that we find advanced components in the Ancient Dangers, though, just to throw that out. So, do we agree to build the monument? What do you guys think? It is pretty block heavy. It's about 1,000 blocks, or 1,500 blocks. So it's not cheap by any means, but we could maybe make a lot of it out of wood to like cheap out on it. So that might be a possibility to save cost. It's up to you. 2.5 minutes on the board. Whether or not we do it at all. All right, all the wood up here got hauled. That means good. You can stop being the dedicated hauler for now. And our farming is not keeping up at all with our production, but that's fine. What's the punishment if shamblers eat the monument? Loss rep. Inspired recruit. It's poorly timed. Okay, the boundary wall on the southwest is nearly done. And Heavy Bridges is done. All right, current priority right now is to build a permanent levee. What game am I playing now? So with that's going to be very steel heavy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to line... I'd also at some point like to replace the wooden bridge with a higher quality one. You know, a heavy bridge, so it's not flammable. This is not going to be a cheap project, but this is so that we can really establish ourselves as like a permanent residency here. And you guys say, don't build the monument? Okay. Lost by tiny margin, but still lost. And I'm going to heavy bridge... Maybe not there. I'm going to heavy bridge walls here, so that all of this will eventually become enclosed space. So you can imagine... And maybe I'll put it there. All of this will be actually walled up and boxed in. One of the other things that we can consider is water wheels once this is done. And this will keep the floodwaters from damaging our crops and our crops from being overrun by zombies. It's a super expensive project, but a worthwhile one. So good. Knowing what it will take to build this, I want you stone cutting. And Kadath will be building. And then we're going to move the barricades from on the fertile soil to on the heavy bridge. And heavy bridges will block... Heavy bridges alone actually will block the floods, so I don't really need the barricades. The bridges will do it on their own. So then we can remove the barricades and have like nice walking bridges. So the walkability of this area will be dramatically improved as well as a added bonus. And you're doing okay? Yeah, you're doing okay. Sweet. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, especially Sakura and Sloan, who suggested this scenario, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Inquisitors.